What's up, everyone? That was not a piece of mine. That was Iden improvising. Uh, there's nothing to say about that, but that's unbelievable. Um, how many of you saw my new Nine Inch Nails video? I tried something new today. I tried shooting two videos at the same time. It's a little tricky. Um, it's yeah, so tricky getting some of the synth sounds right. The guitar stuff and the distorted bass and everything, that stuff's easy. But the programming the synth um, is was tricky, getting the right sound. Carol helped me a lot with that. Sound design, that's a great, I always forget that term, Tom. Can't lose with a big muff on the bass. Chops, loving the Instagram. How many of you have, Hassan, what's up, man? Finally. I did the Odyssey patch from scratch. Correct, Jason. Wish I would do more movie score stuff. I will do some more movie score stuff. It takes a little bit more time. Can synth patches be copyrighted? I don't know. I'm not sure, Drive-By. That's a good question. I don't think so. So how many of you have checked out my guitar playing on Instagram? Scratch patch fever. IBJ, that's pretty good. Mad Strummer, all you gotta do is download the app. It's easy. Takes about 20 seconds. I didn't put up a video today, but I will tomorrow first thing. I just improvised something, and I'm trying to put everything up. I'm trying to put one thing up a day. I have chops from hell. I've been practicing an hour a day, Tom. That's why. I'm getting my chops back finally. It's feels good. It's been fun to practice, I'll tell you that. And you know, with everything that's out there, all these guitar players, and there's guys that play every kind of thing that you can imagine. But I feel like I don't sound like anybody. You can hear my influences on different things, but I think 2 posts ago, I did some really crazy one over an E. It's kind of like it starts out as an E Phrygian thing. Thumb is good, Daniel. No problems with a thumb now because because I haven't eaten any carbs in 10 days or so. I've lost about 9 pounds now. So, you know, it's funny. I appreciate that, Tom, sounding like yourself. So, I play. Now, obviously, I've had different influences, but I play kind of like I did 30 years ago. You guys can tell I've lost 10 pounds, right? I don't have this big turkey neck. I've been watching my carbs. I haven't eaten more than 20 carbs any day in the last 10 days. I have tremendous willpower once I get on it. What are my favorite albums to play along with? I don't really play along with albums. I actually don't play along with albums. A Boss RC300. I don't know what that is, Subi. Dean, you notice the weight loss? I'm in my mid 180s now. I'm gonna get down to I'm trying to get down to about 158, something like that. I'm trying to do it probably in about 30 days. I think I can do it. At least 165. I have a home gym, yes. I'm 5'8". No Beato burgers. Prog Rock, yeah. Ketogenic diet, good. Good stuff. Let's see. BDA asked me, Rick, do you come from a musical family? Just curious what encouraged me early on. So I was, I didn't really start playing guitar until I was 13. I broke my ankle in 7th grade, and I was laid up for the whole summer. And I had a really cheap guitar that was my brother's, and I was laid up for 13 weeks with a cast. They didn't do walking casts back then. You just had a cast on. And I had this Mel Bay book, and I played the cello already. I've been playing the cello for a few years, and I just started on the bass in 7th grade. So my finger strength and the spacing of the guitar is almost identical to the cello. So as soon as I started playing, I could play, I could play things. I could play scales, and I had chops because I had a lot of finger strength. So I didn't go through that period where it was, playing chords, not being able to press the strings down. My hands were like vice grips when I started because of playing the bass. So, but my grandpa played the guitar, and I used to sit in front of him when he would play when I was a very, very small kid. And I was really inspired by that, and two of my aunts are music teachers, so yeah, that's how I got into it. And my mom and dad were unbelievably supportive. Oh, by the way, this thing right here, you see this jar? If you guys want to leave tips, that's my tip jar I put out tonight. Feel free. This is not this is an actual tip jar. I can't remember how to get into it though. Maybe you go on it and something comes up. I forget how it works. But I pulled this thing up and it was in the screen, so I know Subi knows how it works. It's coming to you, Subi. It's coming to you. Your thing I'm sending you. Have I seen any Rick Graham videos? Absolutely, I love Rick Graham. He's great. Is that safe? You mean eating no carbs? Oh, it's totally fine. It's good for you. I think you have the post and a link to the tipping service. I don't see it in the description. Yeah, I can't remember how it goes. But it's in there. I didn't realize it was in there, and then I went like this, and I saw it in there. I was like, oh, shoot. I have a bunch of presets on my OSB. No, OSB. OBS? On the OBS here, and I must have clicked on the wrong one. They all look the same. It's like 2 cameras, iPhone, YouTube, Hangouts, Scene 2. I clicked on the Scene 2. Maybe I can actually change that thing. Hold on. Does it work better than Super Chat? Yeah, it's better than Super Chat. It's cooler than Super Chat. Hold on, I can actually bring it in and bring it out. Look at that. I figured that out. Nice. To lose weight that fast seems that much seems unsafe. You know, Bill, I've done this. This is probably my fifth time to do it like this, and I feel amazing when I do it. Other than wanting carbs and being used to eating carbs, you have tremendous energy. You have no aches and pains in your body. It's unbelievably. People are conditioned to eat carbs. It's been in our society. Uh, the whole thing about eating bread. That thing was a whole lark. Um, what's my goal weight? Well, I mean, I'd like to be 155. Um, but yeah, sugar addiction is real. James is right on that. I'd like to be 155. When I moved here to Atlanta when I was 33, I weighed 128. Okay? I'm about 185 right now. So when I moved to Atlanta, I was 128. When I was 40 years old, I was 135. 8 years ago, I was 148 pounds. So, so there you go. Um, you know, body knowledge. You know what? You know what all bodybuilders do, right? When they want to lose fat, they cut down on carbs. They've been doing it for the last 50 years. Talk to any bodybuilder. I'll tell you, you want to lose weight, you want to lose fat, you cut down on your carbs. Period. Got to exercise too during this. So I will lift weights when I do these diets. I'm ingesting plenty of protein, and I am drinking coffee. But it's amazing that every ache and pain in my body, my arthritis in my index finger, my thumbs, everything is gone completely. Eliminating carbs or most carbs will reduce the inflammation in your body. It happens every time. It happens. I don't count calories. I'm not counting any calories or anything. You're a former drug-free pro bodybuilder, so you know totally keto is a no-no for bodybuilders, vast majority. How do you avoid sugars too? I eat, when I do this diet, and I only do it for short periods of time, 5 weeks at the most. Who is this here? Whoops, hold on. Who is this? Well, guess what? I never saw that dude before, and he's out of here. Boom! Got the band hammer out early today. So, it's interesting. The first time I did this diet 8 years ago, I kept all the weight off because I brought in everything but wheat. No wheat. When I kept the wheat off. When I didn't eat any wheat, never gained any weight. Nothing. Nothing. Um, so essentially, I eat green vegetables. I eat nuts. I eat things like avocados. Um, that's pretty much what I've been eating. And like I said, I feel phenomenal. But I'll tell you another diet that works great: the raw foods diet. If you do it like they have it in the book, it's great. You lose weight too. But macadamia nuts, really high fat nuts, pecans, almonds, um, fish is great, of course. So I last time I did this, um, body knowledge, you've done most. Last time I did this, um, my cholesterol, everything, my triglycerides went way down. My doctor said I was in the best health because I did it. I had a physical right before I started it, and then 5 weeks later I came in and I was down 40 pounds, and my blood work was amazing. He couldn't believe it. Never seen anything like it. Tom, there you go. That's good. It's a good wake up call. Basel, you eat you eat wheat because of being too thin. You know, my mom, IBJ, never ate fast food ever. Never ate at McDonald's, nothing. 90 years she lived. Um, do I intermittently fast? I do also. And I feel great when I fast. I fasted for 3 days or so before. Smitty fasted for 7 weeks one time. Um, probably, oh geez, probably back in 99, 98. No, he was not broke. He was working a job. He did not eat for 7 weeks straight. And he lost about 50 pounds. And he felt amazing. And I said, "Are you kidding me? How do you even do?" He goes, I don't even think about eating. I feel great. I have so much energy." He fasted for 7 weeks. It's unbelievable. I think that the only thing he had was the Master Cleanse stuff. The what is it? Water with lemon juice and cayenne pepper and maple syrup. Yeah, I think that's all he was drinking. I think. I have to ask him. But he fasted for 7 weeks straight. Yeah. No, no, Don, not no, nothing, nothing. Smitty, you guys met Smitty. When he started eating normally, what happened? He gained it all back. Um, he got fat. He did. Fasting that extreme will hurt your heart. I think that this is all. Uh, I think that a lot of this. Smitty did not lose his hair from the fast. No, I think that a lot of it is genetics. I mean, almost all of it is genetics. You know, people live a long time in my family. Nobody gets Alzheimer's in my family. Um, Calorie restriction is about the only thing proven to extend your lifespan. Yes. Can we talk about music? Yes. But yes, Ron, losing your hair from a stress incident, yes, you can definitely do that. Um, okay, we're going to talk about music. The unmaintainable can't be maintained. That's correct, Body. It is. These kind of diets like this are ridiculous because they cannot be maintained. Um, but if you get the weight off, there's no question that eating um, there's no question that eating carbs for me increases my inflammation. I mean, I have not been able to play the piano or the guitar well in the last 5 years because of um, because of this, and I feel great. You guys been watching my Instagram, right? Those are all uh, carb-free licks right there. I mean, I'm having some carbs. I'm not eating no carbs. Um, and I love lasagna, Subi. Yes, I do. Very much. Um, okay, so there you go. Carb-free licks. Eating less and losing fat are life enhancers. You know, Steven Tyler said, I said this to Smitty today. What's up, Brett? I said to Smitty, Steven Tyler once said, nothing tastes as good as thin. I think that was the quote. And he's right. I don't have any condition that causes that except for eating too many carbs. Genetics is everything, though. What's up, Mark? John? Keep moving. Maurizio, what's up? About music, what did I listen to today? Good question. Let me think. I drove Dylan and Layla to school today. My kids have one more day of school. And I listened to I think I listened to well, I was listening to Layla made me listen to made me put on the Police. She wanted to hear the tune Synchronicity. She loves the Police. I listened to I can't remember. I have it on my phone. I'll tell you what I listened to. Um, Without getting oh, I listened to Genesis. I listened to Genesis, the Duke album, part of that. I listened to some Freddie Hubbard. I listened to some Tame Impala. I listened to the Stones. And that's about it on the ride. I listened to some Steely Dan. So. But then Layla complained that Layla complained because she's trying to listen to something. She was trying to watch Flash on her iPad. So she said, "Can you turn that off, Daddy? I can't hear Flash." I was like, "Well, don't watch it. I'm trying to listen to some music." So, but I lost that battle. Just on a serious note, before we get back to music, since I'm honest about everything in my life here, we have a very ill cat named Samantha that is 16, and she's really seriously ill. She has cancer she has intestinal cancer, and um, she's not going to make it more than a couple days. We're gonna have the vet come over on Friday, and it's very sad for everyone here. We have two cats that are 16. We have two dogs, one that's 14 and one that's 13. And so I'm very sad about that. She's hiding under the bed in our upstairs, and she's been there. She stopped eating about a week ago. We've been feeding her, essentially force feeding her. And that's kind of why I haven't been on in the last couple days, because I've been wanting to spend time with her, so it's, I love our animals, and I appreciate that. She's really lost. I think she's lost about 4 or 5 pounds in the past 4 months or so. We didn't notice that she was not. We didn't notice that she wasn't eating, but I saw that she was throwing up, and we noticed that she wasn't then we noticed that she wasn't eating, and then she hid under the bed all day last week one day and wouldn't come out, and that's when we knew that something was seriously wrong. We took her to the vet. We took her to two different vets, and they both diagnosed the same thing. And so anyways, that's been a tough thing. First time my kids are going through it, so everybody here, this is great. Everyone here has gone through this. Well, I've never gone through it with a pet, honestly. Animals do know when it's time. When my dad got cancer, he was diagnosed with lung cancer and died 3 weeks later. In those 3 weeks, he went from going to the grocery store, driving himself, going to the post office. This is probably on February 5th, 2005. And then on the 18th of February, he got his cancer diagnosis. He'd been feeling terrible for a year straight. They couldn't figure out what it was. He had a tumor on the back of his lung. And they found that. And he went in for a few radiation treatments. There's nothing to be done. And my dad just stopped eating, and he lived for 7 days. And we stayed up with them every night. At least 3 of us were there. I went home from Atlanta for 3 weeks to be with my dad. And the first week home, first week and a half, he could converse. But he went from driving his car on February 5th, getting his cancer diagnosis on February 18th, and then the next day he couldn't walk up the stairs. That was his last time he was able to walk up the stairs. And he had the same kind of expression that he didn't want to eat, and it's weird to relate it to our cat, but when you're being consumed by a disease like cancer, in the end stages. It is it just consumes your body, and man, this is amazing. I'm reading everyone's comments here. Um, and so, Roberta, exactly. Your body shuts down. Cancer is a thief, Michael. It's true. Um, the body knows when it can't process food. That's true, Bill. My dad smoked, but he quit for 20 years before he had cancer. Um, all cats go to heaven. There you go, Mark. So anyway, so that's just I wanted to tell you guys because that's been weighing on my mind the last few days, and so that's a real thing, and we love our cat. We love our cats. We love our animals. So it's tough having four old animals. You know, I used to have my dog Buddy when I first built the studio. He would come down here and he'd be down here at this time of night with me. He doesn't come down anymore. He can't really walk in the hardwoods very well because it's hard for him to get up if he sits down. So, anyways, so there it is. There it is. Let's talk about some music here. I always forget to ask why no studio dog. You know, the name of my studio is Black Dog Sound, actually. Buddy's a black lab. Okay. Let's see here. Let's listen to something, get in the mood. What do you think? Genesis Duke, what are my favorite tunes? I like Turn It On Again. It's it is a great tune. I thought that would be a good one for this, but I like earlier Genesis though. Um, Turn It On Again is a great melody, and it's got odd times. It's cool. There's a lot of it's tough choosing. People always rag on me about these about the choices of what songs I do on this. What makes this song great? And they don't realize that the reason I do popular songs, and I've mentioned this before here, is because if someone wanted to use this, and I will go back around and do more songs by these artists, this can be used to teach a course, a college course, a high school course, just like Khan Academy. These videos, they can be taken and just used. It's I don't think that there's a better way to teach songwriting, production, arranging, mixing than to do what I'm doing with this. I can't think of anything better than to take these songs that are great songs and hear the individual tracks that make up the song, to know what kind of modes are being used, or scales, or key changes, what kind of time signature changes, This is real music education. I mean, this is, um, and it's not just for people that are this is for professionals. This stuff. I had a guy, Nick Didia, that wrote to me, who I've met before. He used to live here. He lives in Australia now. He engineered every Brendan O'Brien record, starting with the first STP record, all the STP records, all the Pearl Jam records, but the first. Um, Everything that Brendan O'Brien produced, Train, Drops of Jupiter, all that stuff, Nick engineered. He wrote to me and said that he loved my What Makes This Song Great. He saw the Steely Dan one, was the first one he saw. And he's recorded, and I've done songs that they recorded that he was the engineer on. But the part of it that he likes is it's not just talking about he has the ears to tell what is what, but there's the theory part of it as well to explain what is going on harmonically, melodically, what notes are being used. The melody on The Hand That Feeds in the chorus is a pentatonic melody. It's an A minor pentatonic melody. But you've got this high C sharp droning out while the bass is going da 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 da. So it's Mixolydian, right? But yet it's Mixolydian, but he's singing it's A Mixolydian, but he's singing a minor pentatonic, which is really what you do in blues. It doesn't sound like a blues melody, but it is a blues type melody. And if you're a producer and you want to know what kind of sounds work together, this is what you watch. Because there's no better way to learn this stuff than learn from the people that were the best at making this. So there you go. That's the, this is not, well, people that are beginners, like this, people that are really advanced like this as well. So kind of boring and bland, though. Who's that? James H. What are you talking about, James? Kind of boring and bland? You talking to me? Huh? Well, if you were, you won't anymore. Wait. If anyone knows James H. and wants him back, let me know. Anybody ever heard of James H? Ever see him here? Going once? Going twice? You're out of here! MC Bammer. MC Hammer Rick. That's good. I'm going to be the MC Bammer. MC Banhammer. Hammer time. And the people that complain about oh, you did Enter Sandman, you picked something off the worst record. It's like, give me a break. It was the first record that had a bass on it. It's hilarious, these people. The art of learning the production. I mean, that's really what it is. Do I have any jazz sessions? I don't really have any. I don't really have any jazz recordings that because most jazz records are played all at the same time. They're not done as overdubs. So, but the people that complain though about stuff, what's up, Gene? It just cracks me up. So, anyways, I will have another one on Saturday, and then next week, the ones that I do are going to be very different ones, different genres. Oh, here we go, Maurizio. I would have picked Master of Puppets personally. There, I can give you an eye roll, okay? Come on, man. Give me a break with that crap. Unbelievable. I would have picked something off Master of Puppets. Great, dude. Make your own videos. Send us a link. How's that? How you like that? It's a way better song. Give me a break. Says who? You? Who are you? It's a way better song. Did it sell to more people? No, it didn't. Do you wonder why Metallica sold 15 million records of that? You're getting a pass, Maurizio. But that's the kind of crap I don't go for at all. Selling more, no, that's true. Selling more does not equate to being fair. But who are you to be a judge of this stuff, right? Who are you? I'm the one making the videos, bro. All right? I make videos of songs I want to make videos of. I don't make songs to please you. Got it? Man, it's like talking to my kids. Ridiculous. It's Rick's channel. We just live in it. Maurizio, sorry, man, but I got to I got to call it right there. You know, I can't can't have that kind of crap on here. I don't put up with that. I don't put it up with it for my kids. I don't put it up with it on from anyone on here. No offense. I love you all. You know that. But it's unbelievable work making these videos. I'll tell you that. Yeah, exactly, Basil. Instant gratification generation. Everybody's an expert. How come Rick picks the worst songs and bands? You know what I do when I read that? I read these comments and I go down and look for them just so I can ban those people. So anybody that says that in the comments, you pick the worst song of the band, boom, gone forever. Last comment you'll ever make. No second chances. How do you like that? What is the reverb chamber? A reverb chamber is a room with usually really bright surfaces and a microphone and a speaker. And what you do is you send whatever information you want to send through that speaker and you mic the room and you blend it in. That's how real that's your real echo chamber. That is what is on all Abbey Road records, is a room. The chamber at Abbey Road, I want to do a video on it. I want to say is like about 8 by 10 tile room that has, I think, a 7-foot ceiling, and it has 6 really big 6-foot ceramic hollow tubes, like pipe, that are standing in triangular formation on each end of the room. And those break up the standing waves. And that's what the reverb on every Beatles song is. It's that. So that's so if any of you want to have a nice room reverb, I have a room that's a sunroom in my house that is it's probably 18 by 12, something like that. And the room has all windows basically on all sides, and it's got crown molding on it all the way around, okay? And it's got molding on the bottom. So there are no, and because of the weird shapes of the windows, there's no standing waves. And I've used it before as a room reverb, and it sounds amazing. I own a plate reverb as well. It's down the end of this, in the other side of of where the studio is here. Anyways, that's all true. That is absolutely true. If you guys saw the Abbey Road, I'm going to show it to you here. The Abbey Road chamber. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can do this here. Hold on, I'm going to show it to you. 1 second. Man, come on. Okay, this is what it looks like. Hold on. I have to do it like this. I think I can do it like this here. No, hold on. Nope. Hold on. See if I can do it like this. Man, hold on. I'll figure it out here. There we go. This is the Abbey Road chamber right here. This thing. See that? Those pipes? That's a tiny room. So you see it has a speaker right here? That speaker plays the sound in the room, and there's a microphone in there. See, it's got fluorescent light there. It's got hard ceiling. It's got tiles back here. That is the Abbey Road echo chamber that all the Beatles reverb came from. Hold on, let me switch over. Am I back now? It's a small room, right? It's a small room. Looks like a mausoleum, I know. It's got amazing reverb. You know how good the reverb sounds in the Beatles. Think about Paperback Writer or something. Tom, you can't stand fluorescent lights? No one goes in that. It's in the basement of Abbey Road. No one ever walked in there. They just set it up. And they ran the stuff down to the speaker. They had a mic in there. And they send the vocals down through that. The vocals come through the speakers. They reverberate in the room. I think there's about a 4-second reverb in there. And those pipes break up all the standing waves. Um, but it's a small room. That's the sound right there. That is a real echo chamber, and anyone can build one if you have a spare room. What about using a bathroom? You can, but as far as the overhead lights, Ron, I'm sure they had the lights off. They probably kept the lights off, but it was a rectangular room. Um, Most people don't know that about the Beatles. That all their reverb on those records is a room reverb. It's that room. That room had every, McCartney and Lennon, everybody's vocals, every guitar that had reverb, everything was from that. Think about that. That all the stuff that bounced around that room. Yeah, the thing with bathrooms, Frederick's right about the standing waves. You need to have a rectangular room with nothing in it that has all hard surfaces, and then put up those things. Daniel says a plugin can sound the same. Well, Daniel, you've never used one, I take it, have you? Have you ever used a real room reverb? Um, I've used a real room reverb. I own a plate reverb, okay, that I've used. When people talk to me about tape, oh, there's plugins that can do that. Oh yeah? Well, you obviously haven't worked on tape. I don't think there's a comparison, Ron. No way. No way. So, Bob Clearmountain in his mixing room has 2 echo chambers, 2 rooms like that. Go to his website. Go to Bob Clearmountain's website and read about it. It's really fascinating. It's really fascinating when he talks about his rooms that he uses. He used them forever. You got 2 identically sized rooms. Nicholas, what are my thoughts on the Beatles and their knowledge of music theory? They didn't need to know music theory. They knew. Look, watch McCartney with George Martin talking about yesterday, and he's talking about F sharp minor 7. He's talking about he knows all these chords he's playing. It's so ridiculous to think that those guys didn't know what they were playing. They might not have known music theory or modes or anything, but they knew all the changes that they were using. The guys knew 1,000 covers. They knew how chord progressions worked together. And they had George Martin, who was an incredibly great musician and writer and arranger, one of the greatest ever there, to tell them when they did know. They had incredible ears. And that's the thing, It's like, you can say, oh, theory's not important, or this is not important, or that's not important. But you know what? It's all BS. Hey, Peter, how are you? The more you know, as long as you have good taste, the better you are. Taste is a big thing. It's kind of important. It's kind of everything. That's something that it's hard to learn good taste. Some people are just tacky. Some people have, I've mentioned it before, aesthetic aptitude. They know what is cool no matter how old they are. And I'm not sure that there's something that can be learned, but I really think that certain people have taste. And taste you know, taste is knowing, how melodies work. Taste is in knowing, how counterpoint works. Bach had incredible taste, the greatest taste. Beethoven, amazing. Miles, incredible taste, right? He knew what people to pick. David Bowie knew to put Stevie Ray Vaughan on his track from seeing him play live. Now, you can say, well, wow, look at Stevie Ray. Of course you would know to do that. But nobody knew who Stevie Ray Vaughan was when he was on that played with him in 1983. How much music theory does someone need to know? Enough. How's that? Brett, a pianist with perfect pitch but has no taste. It's unreal. Exactly. You can't teach taste. You just can't. You can tell people to listen to great melodies, transcribe them, whatever. But you can't teach taste. When I play this Haydn tune, I'll play it. I've played it before. I'm going to play it again. Listen. This is taste. Don't comment while I'm playing it. Listen. Okay? Stop the commenting now. Right now. Ready? I'm going to play this. And you're going to stop commenting. It's 1 minute. Stop. Wow, I can't believe that the comments stopped. Yes! It's amazing. Proud of everybody here. That's incredible. Okay, you can start again. Junkwood, that was Iden Essen. That's an improvisation. Okay? Anybody that doesn't know Iden that's on here, got to go back and watch the videos I did about him on my channel. Maurizio, we're totally still cool. Don't worry about it, man. I don't hold grudges ever. I don't. We're great, actually. But to play something like that, to improvise something like that, you have to have taste. And that is, I'll spell it for you here. And that is the make a video, Maurizio. I want to see it. Send us a link. We'll go watch it. Pat, I am the master of puppets. Um, the stays start in the home, Daniel. Um, definitely, definitely. Taste. Look, taste can be improved upon, but I think that everybody has an innate sense of balance and beauty. John Paul, Sting lost his taste. Yes. 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 That's it. That's it. Sting lost his taste. Um, Sting, um, and this is nothing. Sting came up with the greatest melodies, some of the greatest melodies of pop music of all time, as far as I'm concerned. Some of the most interesting. Um, and um, if he could keep doing it, he would. But you're not going to write a song like Synchronicity 1 that's up tempo when you're 67 years old. You're just not. You're not going to write Roxanne when you're 67. Have I heard the latest album? I did a. You missed my video on it, Chris. And go watch it. Does taste depend on context? Frank asks. Um. I'm not. Um, I think that people that have taste have it over over any type of music. Sting said, Kinch, is that true that Sting said when he went solo he thought he was tapped out writing wise? Um, yeah. Well, he doesn't have his voice anymore, so his melodies, he doesn't have the same voice. His melodies are limited. Um, um, and people can lose it. People, that's why people have writer's block. It's a real thing. Um, all people lose it eventually, unless usually in pop music. Classical music is different. When you can work on a piece for a year or a few years, um, and write it and rewrite it and rewrite it. Wait, is this piano on? Something's on. It's weird. I don't know what that is. Nothing's on. Uh, well, they still haven't found what they're looking for. You too? Yeah. I don't even bother though. And I think Bono has one of the greatest sense of melodies. Is it senses of melodies of anyone? I think Bono is an incredibly great melody writer. I can't believe I don't talk about him. But it's hard to write great songs. How long would John Williams take to perfect his melodies? He said that he would spend, he would do hundreds and hundreds of permutations of melodies till he felt like he got them right. Trying to change a note here. Yes, Iden does improvises mostly. Yes. Nicholas. Anyways, all right. So, do you think that people have to endure some kind of stress and hardship to create good music? Yes and no. I mean, the Beatles created great music when they were, multimillionaires. I think it depends on the person. Tom Petty wrote great stuff when he was rich. Some people don't write great stuff ever. Um, Do I think Bono is wimpy? No. Bono is a phenomenal melody writer and a great singer. No. Wimpy? What is wimpy? Wimpy. No. I mean, are you into Cannibal Corpse or something? Brett, good night to you, and I'm out of here. I got to work on my second video right now for this weekend. I'm going back to it. You know why? No carbs, and I am awake. You guys are amazing. Bono's not become too political, studio dude. He was political in the 80s, bro. Give me a break. He hasn't become too political. He's way less political than he was. You guys are awesome. Thank you.